Hello friends, welcome back. The students who are looking to study in Japan, the MEXT, MEXT, MEXT scholarship applicants, embassy recommended MEXT scholarship for this 2025, especially for Indian aspirants. So it may be similar for other countries. So those who are watching from other countries, you may also watch what I am checking, the details, and you will follow the details until the end. So it may help your application to improve the quality and you may get selected. So let me go through the application, what is new, what you need to remember, and many people are asking me some basic silly doubts, and I always say it's a competition. It's a silly doubts means you are giving the chance for the rejection by yourself. So I have nothing to say more, so it's up to you to decide. So the competition is high, try your best, and the embassy recommendation MEXT scholarship, the form is out, and Indian applicants, don't get into rush and don't read all the attachments and all. It's not required. It's clearly mentioned in the application form. I have started checking out recently the application form, the notification. If you see, we have the notification. There is a application guidelines, and the application guidelines followed by the deadlines and the age limits, the basic details, and the non-regular students and regular students, and the scholarship amount. It's clearly mentioned. So these are all there, right? The deadline from April 3rd it started until May 3rd. So the deadline is 1 month they have given, and after the first week, first screening, you will have the second screening, that is for a written test and interview. So that is around the same time. So first and foremost, it is the initial application process, initial screening process. The guidelines are meant for you to understand and then submit the application form later on. It's not to submit now. The guidelines, whatever they mentioned, those things are not now. That is after you clear the first screening. Now what is important? This is application preliminary application form. This is important. So some people already started asking what to do. So just focus on this form. It has the biggest content is research document, how to prepare research document. I have spoken about how to prepare MEXT scholarship research document or research proposal many times, at least 3-4 times, and there is a playlist. If you go through the recent playlist, the research document Nimble Prerana, you will find the details. I'll put in the description and comments here. You can check. So that is one of the major role, the research document. And why I'm talking now this week, I already put in the shorts, and even I told some of you in the text. So try to submit sooner, and I would recommend to submit as early as possible. I don't want to disclose beyond that details. So yeah, they clearly mentioned the page size should be only one attachment should be there, that is the MS Word, that is the preliminary application form for embassy recommended MEXT scholarship. No additional documents in the first screening, the first application. And then it should be less than 1 MB. It should not be too big. It should be less than 1 MB. And no other formats except MS Word, because they have to send for screening and they will have some internal procedures. No other attachment formats, only MS Word. And size should be 1 MB, because when you insert images and other things, the size will shoot up obviously. So size should be 1 MB or below. The research plan, if it is exceeding the given length, you can add 1 to 2 pages more. So that means 2 pages front and back, total 4. That's what we thought before and what we discussed before. So first, actually 2 only. So what they have given additionally 2 more. Total document should be 4 pages. That's what we discussed in the previous time when we reviewed the form. So this time also it looks the same. It's the total 4 pages should be there, not beyond 4 pages. The basic details, I think you can do it. There is nothing. The initial details, and coming forward, what is okay. We expect to fill the application on your own. Avoid contacting embassy unnecessarily for insignificant matters. So they are doing for me also. They are contacting me, many people, and some guy called me randomly, and I was in work. I think I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I just tried my best to answer. But yeah, don't ask for silly doubts or simple doubts. It is disturbing on both sides, and it will not give you any additional advantage. The preparation starts way early, and you have to understand the process. The grades, the basic details, and then you see this one, the employment record. So this one I have seen last time. So those who had some employment, not the internships, they mentioned clearly full-time jobs. So employment and period, position and type of work. So this one has a role. I have checked in the last year. Those who had work experience, it's considered as a positive point. So if you have some experience, try your best. If you don't have experience, don't worry, the luck can happen anytime. So there is no evidence that completely that experience matters. But yes, it will have advantage. Like you have the Japanese language, you will have some advantage, right? Normally in bachelor's applications for undergrads, I have seen it's always there, they've openly mentioned. So here it's not mentioned for master's, so you don't need to worry. The TOEFL, IELTS and GRE, list of awards, this is common, it's there for a long time, but the experience window, I think it is seen from last 2 years, I didn't see before. And the publications in the given format. Yes, master's thesis. Bachelor's thesis, they have not asked. So maybe they are not taking it serious, but you still can put as a bachelor's thesis. Maybe if it is the doubt, some people are asking me. So put the bachelor's thesis for master's applications. And then the field of study and research plan for MEXT Scholarship Japan. Embassy recommended MEXT Scholarship. It is a very crucial role. It plays very crucial role in your initial applications to get you shortlisted and then come to Japan. So the present field of study, I think you are ready to write this whatever you are doing and try to filter out. I told you in the discussion about how to fill these documents, so please check the other videos. So I'll give you short and crisp the suggestions in this video also. The present field of study, try to write if you have some relevance with the proposal in the next sections, something relevant, at least the basic foundation. For example, mechanical engineering, if I write in the bachelor's, the present field of study in the manufacturing, and if I write something under the manufacturing for the proposed research, for mechanical or maybe the computer science students, if you propose something like the programming and applications of programming in the proposal and some applications, so it is all connected. So try to think, otherwise just write what is your present and the past field of study. There can be more than one, try to fill within the limit. Research theme and plan in Japan. Research theme, the theme, try to specify as direct as possible, even though the length may be shorter when you go to direct filling the document, like the length of the document may be shorter when you fill, but try to fill directly as much as possible. The research theme and the research plan. Research plan also, try to go for it. Aim objectives, like I discussed in the previous video, you go for it and aim objective and achievable goals and timelines and what is the gap in industry, why it is important. So try to think that way and then try to write. You got my point? Try to put straightly what is the important, what is new in your subject, and then try to write and then represent as crisp as possible. Then you improvise. If you don't have time, just try your best and then submit it soon. That's my suggestion. And the placement preference application form. This one, what we discussed earlier, and even now I would say this one is possible to change after the preliminary screening, and you don't have to contact any professor at the moment, so you don't need to mention the contact or anything. Just put whatever you find the lab or the university is interested, and they're not going to check this one until you clear the first screening and then go for second screening. After second screening, there is a critical time where, the exact time where you can contact a supervisor and get your application, the process done. So now, even though they think your like some people are asking, if I put all big universities, the competitive universities, they will reject my application, or if I put lower universities, they'll get accepted my application. Some questions are asking, the people are asking me this question. So I think that's not the case, because even if you think that that is the case, so there is no connection to assume, because now initial screening is way early than before contacting the universities or professors. So for now, put it, if possible. We'll see later when you really clear the internal the preliminary screening, then you can contact the professors. Sometimes people don't get response, so then they have to change. So it's the technical reasons are there. For now, just focus on this research plan document heavily. Other details are your documents, whatever you have, you can fill it. I think other than that there is nothing, and the page limit and the file formats, these things you have to follow clearly. And I hope I cleared the critical points. On the back side I read the guidelines, what is written. The guidelines in this PDF I have gone through, but actually it was nothing new. It's like the same. Maybe there is minor details different, but it doesn't matter at the moment. So focus on the research plan document preparation for MEXT scholarship. If you refer to my videos, there are at least 2-3 versions of research plan document, 1, 2, 3 like that. I'll put the playlist, so try to watch. I spoke even in different occasions. I think it's all in the one playlist. Try to watch and get your application more positive and get it successful. So wish you all the best. I hope you will clear the internal screening, the preliminary screening, and go for the next phase interview or the written test. Wish you good luck. Thank you.